Guys, we are in a real pickle here. Actually, scratch that. Calling it a pickle is way too mild. We are in hot pepper soup. Can you imagine? Filling stations operated by the NNPC have again increased the pump price of fuel. Fuel prices have skyrocketed to 1,030 naira per litre in Abuja, up from 897 naira per litre, and 998 naira per litre in Lagos, up from 868 naira per litre. What on earth is happening? I want to think this is some elaborate prank, but it's as real as my morning coffee, bitter and impossible to ignore because I love coffee a lot. The Nigerian Labour Congress and the organized private sector are sounding the alarm, calling for an immediate reversal of the recent petrol price hike by the NNPC. Can you believe it? Petrol prices have shot up to 1,030 naira per litre in Abuja, hey, and 998 naira per litre in this Lagos. This is the second hike in just a month, hitting us with a staggering 14.8% increase, or 133 naira if I'm doing my math right. Now, since the administration took over about 17 months ago, petrol prices have skyrocketed over 430%. Just last month here, they raised prices from 670 naira per litre. And why? Because they claim they are drowning in a debt of around $6.8 billion to international suppliers. Now, I had a frustrated customer at a NNPCL mega station in central area say the price was 1,030 naira. But get this, the station didn't even display the prices on the signboard or pump meter. Instead, attendants just told customers verbally what they owed, which feels pretty shady if you ask me. To top it off, a bus driver spoke to me yesterday and he mentioned that starting Monday, October 10th, transport fares are going to rise too. So all that complaining from passengers is only going to get worse. This price hike comes right after the NNPC decided to stop its exclusive purchase agreement with Dangote Refinery, allowing other players to jump in. Now, this pretty much signals the end of any remaining subsidy on petrol, with prices now set by a willing buyer, willing seller system. As we brace ourselves for what's next, I can't help but wonder, how much more can Nigerians take before the government step in to help? The pain and struggles people are facing are real. And it raises the crucial question, what concrete steps will the government take, I ask again, to alleviate the suffering? Or are we simply left to navigate this increasingly difficult road alone? Because it's not funny at all. What are your thoughts on this? How are these price hikes impacting your daily life? Let's get this conversation going in the comment section. Now, quickly we move on to the second story. This question I want to ask is very important. When will we recognize that violence is never a solution? A 30-year-old man, Motunrayo Olaniyi, has allegedly stabbed his newlywed wife, Olajumoke, to death at Amazing Grace Estate, Elepe in Ikorodu area of Lagos State. The incident was said to have occurred after a heated argument between the couple. The Lagos State Police Command, while confirming the incident in a statement by its spokesperson, Benjamin Hundeyin, stated that Motunrayo stabbed the 25-year-old wife multiple times during the altercation, locked her in the room and set it on fire. He added that the suspect also inflicted wounds on himself after committing the act. You can just imagine, how can one justify such a despicable act? So you hurt yourself, so what will happen? Honestly, a team of policemen who arrived at the scene were, however, said to have extinguished the fire, and after that, they discovered Olajumoke's lifeless body with abdominal wounds. Now, the police spokesperson further stated that Olaniyi was rescued and rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated and discharged before being taken into police custody. According to him, a preliminary investigation later revealed that the suspect stabbed his wife during the altercation and inflicted minor wounds on himself. Now, wow. You see, this tragic incident is indeed heartbreaking and reminds me of one of the devastating consequences of domestic violence. The actions of Motunrayo Olaniyi, who not only took the life of his newlywed wife, but also inflicted harm upon himself, reflects a deep-seated inability to manage conflict in a healthy way. Instead of seeking help or finding a constructive resolution, he resorted to violence, leading to a catastrophic outcome that has shattered lives. Now, abuse is never the answer. It breeds only pain and sorrow, leaving scars that last a lifetime. We as a people must collectively condemn such behavior and strive to create an environment where individuals can seek help without fear, while dialogue replaces violence and where love and respect reign over anger and despair. Now, as we wrap up this show, you see, debt is a big problem in Nigeria. And I also believe that debt is a big part of modern life, affecting not just individuals and families, but entire economies. It can be a powerful tool helping people achieve important goals like buying a home, funding education. However, if it is not handled carefully, it can lead to stress and financial troubles. That is where we are in Nigeria. In this our country, Nigeria, the federal government under President Bola Tinubu has been quite active in borrowing. According to an analysis of documents obtained from the International Lender website, in just 16 months, they have secured $6.45 billion from the World Bank. And that number has recently grown with 3 new loans totaling $1.57 billion for various development projects. Now, over the past 5 years, the World Bank has approved a staggering $24.088 billion in loans for Nigeria. Now, while these funds are intended to support important initiatives, there are growing concerns about the country's rising debt and what it might mean for the future. Now, some of the projects funded by these loans include $750 million for improving power infrastructure, $500 million for women's empowerment, and $700 million for girls' education. Now, despite these efforts, many Nigerians feel uneasy about the government's borrowing habits. I mean, it's been years of infrastructure decay and rising unemployment, which has left a bitter taste in many mouths. People are even starting to wonder if all this borrowing is really justified, especially if past loans haven't led to a noticeable improvement. Now, looking back, the World Bank has consistently approved loans to Nigeria since 2020, starting with 15 loans worth $6.36 billion. These projects ranged from rural access initiatives to digital identification and even COVID-19 response efforts. I didn't want to talk about that COVID own. The following year saw some ups and downs in loan requests, with significant amounts going toward livestock productivity and women's projects. By 2023, the government requested $2.7 billion for 4 major projects. And in 2024, approvals climbed even higher, totaling $3.82 billion across 5 projects. This ongoing borrowing raises an important question. Are these loans really making a difference? Many citizens are skeptical, including myself. We all want to see real results, improvements in infrastructure and job opportunities. Without that, the government's borrowing could deepen the country's financial challenges and erode public trust. If Nigeria doesn't manage its debt well, it could lead to serious problems. Taxes might increase to pay off the debt, making life harder for people already facing high costs and unemployment. This could also result in cuts to essential services. If borrowing is not done transparently and effectively, it could prolong economic struggles and diminish hopes for a better future. In the end, it all comes down to accountability. Do you agree with me or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. My name is Margaret Osazua and you have been watching So This Happened. Please feel free to join us on all our social media platforms. Until next time, bye for now.